behind. Bad bitches, every city in my tribe. Look behind. Booty dominate the world.
We give human life intrinsic value is different than why you give human life intrinsic value, and I would argue that your reasoning is circular.
Well, again, like I started to agree. I thought like this assumption was, stupid when I first heard it, but all reasoning is inherently circular.
Yeah.
Well,
No, it's not.
A
yeah,
little
it is.
bit. No, it is really. And if we go back far enough, if I ask you to ground something like 11 times, it ends up being circular. But I think that we can compare at what point does it get like arbitrary and circular. And I think that the lining that Kenzie, Jaden, and I draw is a little bit more consistent and can be applied more, how do you say it? More, not statistically, steadily, is that a word? Steadily throughout like our
Consistently.
argumentation. Consistently, thank you. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
English is back in town. That was just a little technical difficulty.
No, you're doing well.
Yeah.
You're doing great.
I think it's like, yeah, if there was Clark Kent, or if there was someone who was like 50% human, no, I don't believe like things like rights should
So
extend out
you
to
don't
those
think
people.
that Clark Kent and Lois Lane's baby is worthy of human rights?
I don't believe someone who isn't possessing the entity of human is relevant in this debate, nor do I think moral consideration of humans ought to be.
Yeah, we are going in circles. Essentially, our question is, why is human DNA inherently valuable and not the conscious experience and traits that one might personify?
Right. Again,
like I would say,
will go
a gorilla that spoke fluent English should certainly be on the same playing field and worthy of rights as like a 3-year-old.
Not
Okay.
Coco. You're breaking my heart.
Then why are you guys killing? Why are you guys killing
Coco
monkeys
too.
and chimpanzees? Why isn't the same like?
I don't believe in killing monkeys and chimpanzees.
Yeah, I think they should have rights.
Yeah.
In some degree.
So are you guys all vegan?
Protection. No, protection. That's what I would say. I mean, they cannot participate in like a social. Yes, they cannot participate.
I eat animals that die of natural causes.
Yeah.
Okay. The thing is, like, so are you guys vegan or not?
I eat animals that die of natural causes. This is way too.
Yes, I am.
I'm actually right now transitioning again, so I'm currently still eating fish, but I'm moving towards the vegan line again. Yeah.
The animals in the industry are like abused for months.
Yeah, and I don't stand for that. Yeah, I would protect.
No, yeah, I definitely disagree with that.
I'm against factory farming. I do not eat beef.
Yeah.
But most people, even like on the pro-choice side, right, are not vegans, right?
Yeah, I mean the hypocrisy is can be found.
I mean, most people on the pro-life side aren't parents.
Yeah.
Right. The thing is like, but that's holding like a contradictory idea then, right? If you're saying like, oh, I'm so against this or I'm so against that, and then you're not like effectively trying to,
Yeah, but that's like, the hypocrisy can be found also on the pro-life side.
Do you stand outside clinics, Julian?
Do
you stand outside abortion clinics?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't that also hypocritical?
Because standing outside of abortion clinics does absolutely nothing.
Oh, it could.
Sure maybe it does. You could dissuade someone from going in.
Yeah.
That's another life you've saved.
And also, like, who is going to? How am I going to do the transportation here and there? Like, it wouldn't even work out.
You don't have Lyft?
No.
Uber? Bus?
A bicycle?
No.
Feet?
If it's
feet. I can't. Like, it would take me like 2-3 hours to walk.
It's inconvenient for you. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Abortion out of convenience.
Yeah. So Julian, see, that's why I'm like just to go back and like cycle back to my question. So we stand on the species like kind of argument. If you would be granted that something would evolve into like humans, like an ape, for example, we know for certainty that in 100 years it has the potential to also develop into humans. Would you then give them rights and moral consideration?
But are they human currently?
No, currently not.
Current capacity is what matters.
It's they will, but 100 like with certainty they will. They have the potential to become humans and develop into humans. We know that for a fact.
Like
It's
in
going
both
to be
cases,
100 years. It's going to be 100 years-ish, or maybe 50.
in every case, right? Like in the cases of like the fetus, like it's human throughout its whole life, right? We're human throughout our whole life, right? So you're giving me an entity that's not necessarily human, right? And you're saying, "Oh, can we kill this?" Right? And I'm like, "Okay, my theorem never says X or Y about anything that's not
I
human,
thought someone
right?"
said humans are pirates too, and it was like primate.
Right? Because
We
I
are.
just
I mean,
I
it's
was like, what?
99. We're already 99% close to apes DNA, so I don't think like what's like the step
not
that
to
we're
apes. I
missing
think it's
then.
97.8.
Okay, well then it's 97.8, Julian. But you understand that I mean it's
It's actually
pretty
higher.
similar.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it 99? I'm pretty sure it is.
Yes.
Okay.
No, I'm sure we're not 99%. It may be 98.7.
That's 99. Chimpanzees, not gorillas, but chimpanzees are the closest 99%.
Okay. See that there's like such a similarity already, and then it just takes 1%, and then we are all mammals. So what is then so different other than like our conscious identity maybe, and then the capacity that we have, rather than just the potential to eventually be something.
Like the point is like I don't understand
I
arguing
want a
about
cactus.
speciesism, right? Like I really just don't see like the reason why. Right? My like hypothesis about why humans are valuable has nothing to do with the value of other species on our planet, right? It's just to
It
assert that
does.
humans have
It does, though.
That's speciesism.
okay.
You
Yeah.
You
insist
have
you're
yet to
arguing a
ground.
speciesism.
I
I
can
don't
I can
Yeah.
understand.
I can substantiate on the axis of, perception and reality, right? So when a deer is in front of
What does
someone,
that
right,
mean?
we have the perception that, like, we're not going to torture a deer that's right in front of us. When it's distant from us, we can torture that deer, right? But in both cases, you can shoot the deer. So we necessarily don't view that, like, deers have the same, rights as, like, human beings.
Yours is
Correct.
not a wolf. It's just deer.
Yeah. Well, I
Was
agree with you, but I think you would have to like be
Deer is the
consistent
plural
then.
of deer. I live in Montana.
Even still, we do grant deer moral consideration when we stop to let them cross, or if we abstain from shooting them if it's right in front of us. I'd say that's granting them the consideration to carry on about their day.
but then why are we, like,
Yeah, I only
morally...
eat them when I find them on the side of the road.
But and I could actually apply the same logic. I feel like this gives me really good logic to apply to a fetus, right? When something is far away from you, like when like the meat industry is far away from most people don't know what's going on inside of it, and most people just eat meat because like meat tastes good, right? But like the abuse that animals suffer is far away from them. The same way people are disconnected from the the fetus, right? They don't believe the fetus is necessarily valuable because it's like distant from them. It's not something like that resembles them. So like we can apply the same perception in both cases, right? But like the intrinsic value of the deer and like the intrinsic value of the fetus doesn't change in both scenarios. Only their location changes and their form changes, right? So like, but in the case we would never be able to kill
No,
a
the state
human
of
in our modern
dependency
day.
changes.
Yeah. We would never be able to kill like a human in like our modern day world that's conscious and living on this planet. But the same thing, we'd be able to kill a deer because people don't extend the same moral
Yes, you would.
consideration out to a deer.
Okay, just sorry to
If your
interrupt you
rights are
guys.
being
I'm gonna
violated.
go. I feel like I have changed the idea that I want for my shirt, so I'm gonna go change into it, and then I'm gonna finish my hair. We're gonna pick
Ooh.
out jewelry.
Okay, but I have
So
to
I'll be
leave.
right back.
I
I'll
have
be
to
right back.
leave. Kenzie, I
I'll
have
be
to leave. So, but thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you so much. And Jaden,
right back.
bye. It was nice talking to you, Julian. You all have a good one.
Bye.
Yeah, good
Um,
having you.
Sandu, you should request. Hunter, I see you in the chat. Do you disagree?
What they
If you
mean by
do, if we do, we might retire Julian.
what they mean by their state of dependency changes is like the fetus is no longer dependent on the mother. If that clarifies it for you. And do you want me to hop off, Kenzie, or do you have like no one else who's like pro-life here? Because I can stay
Yeah, no
on.
one else is pro-life. Hunter is pro-choice. I invited Zombie, but I think she just declined me. Rude.
If you want like
Mm.
me to
I'm
debate
gonna go
Hunter or
change my
something.
shirt. I'll be right back.
Yeah, let's go change your shirt.
Yeah, I was gonna ask her like to accept Hunter. Like I have to like, I don't know.
So let me ask, why do you grant Princess, your dog, moral consideration?
No, I have a strong emotional connection to Princess. Like the same reason, like okay, so if like my mother and like 10 people were standing on top of a building, right? You know, I'd save my mother because I have a stronger emotional connection to her. But the value of my mother is not necessarily different than the 10 other children.
So you recognize value is subjective then?
To an extent, right? I believe we can like say some objective things about the value of people, but again, there are subjective things about value, and it's usually I ground it with my perception emotion theorem, which applies here too.
What is that exactly?
That our perceptions are usually accurate, right? And when we're like perceiving an object,
No.
it gives us an emotional response. The like the degree of the emotion like changes within the object we view, right? So I'm
I
perceiving my
disagree.
like. You disagree?
I think perceptions can be easily influenced and manipulated by outside forces that could give a very incoherent and unclear view of the world and one's surroundings. Like me waking up at 3 a.m. following a dream isn't going to put me at the same state of being mentally cognizant as I would be at, say, 12 noon, fully awake. So perception isn't always accurate.
Yeah, I said most of the time perception's accurate. Not all the time, right? But when we're perceiving stuff in general reality, like a book or a pencil case or pens, etc., our perception of reality is pretty accurate. But there are obviously a mere illusion can disprove that it's always accurate. So I don't necessarily believe it's always accurate, but most of the time it's accurate. And as like you expand your population to ad infinitum,
Damn!
the confidence interval
What do you think?
shrinks.
Do you think it's too much? I think it might be too much.
Sweet Jesus. No, it's not enough.
I know.
Oh, like I gotta go eat. So like,
Yes,
thank
go
you for
eat.
letting me on, Kenzie. I hope I entertain the viewers here.
Eh,
Thank you guys for debating me.
sure.
Goodbye.
Off you go.
It's like the saddest goodbye I've ever heard.
I think you
Goodbye.
got a little excited.
I'm so fucking cute, bitch.